What's up guys, welcome back to another video. This is a reaction to geography and culture facts to learn if you're bored. I do love geography and I love a good fact video, so this is the perfect combination for me. But no, I've mentioned it before, I'm doing loads of reactions in pretty much preparation for going away, and I've got it's the 17th, I've got like 9 days left, and I'm trying to do like 6 to 9 videos a day. Which probably doesn't sound that much, but doing reactions for probably around 4 hours plus, and editing, it's not the hardest thing in the world, but it's just it's tiring on the mind. So sometimes I'm going to react to videos that are a bit more simple for me, and a good fact video you can't go and miss with this. But to be fair, this is my first reaction of the day, so I've not really got excuses now. But yeah, when I'm 7-8 reactions down, I'm probably going to be reacting to some compilation videos just because I need to just relax the brain, because I don't know, it's just me. But we're gonna check this out. I've reacted to this channel once or twice before, I think, and yeah, like I said, I enjoy fact videos. I like geography, so we're gonna check this out. Links are in the description to my Patreon if you want to see some more of my videos. And yeah, let me know what you want to see over the coming weeks whilst I'm away. I mean, I can't react to a lot of stuff whilst I'm away, but I'm gonna prepare as many videos so I can get stuff out. But yeah, for when I'm back, let me know what you'd want to see. And I mean, I'm not going to be away for ages still, so I can still see what you want me to see. But I'm just talking for the sake of it now. Let's jump into this and see some of these facts.
Welcome to another one of my videos with random geography and culture facts. There is no real reason that any of these facts made it into the video, other than I came across it, thought it was interesting, and it just didn't make sense for me to make an entire video about it at this time. Anyway, let's go ahead and begin. In the landlocked African country of Eswatini, witches are banned from flying above 150 meters, or about 500 feet.
Witches?
Any witch caught flying their broomsticks above this limit faces arrest and a hefty fine equivalent to just over $30,000 US. There's no penalty for flying below 150 meters. In 2009, Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi submitted a proposal to the United Nations to abolish Switzerland and divide it up along linguistic lines, giving parts of the country to Germany, France, and Italy. But the motion was thrown out because it violated the United Nations Charter, which states that no member country can threaten the existence of another.
Why though? Aren't Switzerland the most... They just don't get involved in anything, so why would you want to get rid of them when they're not even doing anything against you? They're just there.
It's suspected that Gaddafi was angry about his son Hannibal and his wife being arrested in Switzerland for allegedly beating their 2 servants at a hotel. For a short time, there was a country called the United States of Central America. In 1896, the countries of El Salvador, Honduras, and Nicaragua came together to form the Greater Republic of Central America. It was renamed the United States of Central America when its constitution went into effect on the 1st of November, 1898. But the country was dissolved just 28 days later, when El Salvador experienced a military coup by this guy. Singapore's constitution requires the president to have at least 3 years of experience in a high-ranking government job, or 3 years as chairman of the board or CEO of a company worth at least $500 million or an important government company. India has the longest written national constitution in the world at about 145,000 words. Moldova has a mall called Moldova. There is a city park in Park City, Utah called the Park City City Park. In 2021, Botswana had the highest GDP growth rate of any sub-Saharan country at 12.93%, but their growth slowed to an expected 4% this year. This is partially due to global inflation, and the worst part, how inflation has affected the average person, including their investments, which are plummeting, like the stock market, which is either going to flatline or lose 20%, depending on which major bank you ask. Historic times, but Masterworks has been helping over 650
Getting his ad in? Come on.
1,000 people.
To be fair, you transitioned that well. I wasn't even clocking what was going on. Getting his money, you'll love to see it.
Just by signing up with my link below. There are no McDonald's in Iceland, but that was...
What? Fair enough, I respect that. See, I went through a phase of not having McDonald's for so long, for a good few years, maybe like a year and a half, 2 years. For me, that was good. I don't eat it loads. Right now, I've ate it quite a lot, but I'm trying to gain a bit of weight, so I am eating not very good, to say the least. But To have no McDonald's in a, I know it's a small like island, but it's not that small.
Wasn't always the case. The first McDonald's in Iceland was opened in 1993, but 16 years later, when the Great Recession hit, import prices to Iceland skyrocketed, and so the company closed all its restaurants in the country.
Dang.
Iceland hasn't had a McDonald's since 2009. The man who bought the last meal at an Iceland McDonald's never ate the burger. He wanted to see if it would ever decompose. That burger is now housed at the Snatra House, a hostel in southern Iceland.
That's amazing.
Andorra has 5 McDonald's, and because of its low population of around 80,000 people, this means Andorra has more McDonald's per capita than any other country.
Damn.
In 2009, KFC sent a letter to the United Nations asking for membership under the name Grilled Nation, which represented 60 million people who had purchased its Kentucky Grilled Chicken. As what would have been the 193rd member country, the nation would have given free samples of grilled chicken across the street from the UN headquarters in order to promote Monday's in-store free piece of grilled chicken event. The Grilled Nation was not admitted.
That is wild.
There is a KFC as well as a Pizza Hut with a view of the pyramids of Giza.
What the hell? Talk about a view.
The tiny island nation of Tuvalu
I've looked into videos of this place. It's so fascinating. It's like such a slim island. But there's what I find so. I mean, is it going to go into it? Probably will. I'll go back. But it's such a small island and so slim. Yet people have cars here, and it just blows my mind. I understand that there's people that will still want to get from one end to another, and I guess because it's so slim and long, you probably need to do that to get from one place to another. But it's just, I swear the whole island is literally like this. It's so weird to me. But I love looking at islands like this. It really fascinates me how it just even comes to be and how they even get imports of cars and stuff. It's just crazy. And isn't it the most obese country in the world as well?
Of Tuvalu consists of 9 islands, but Tuvalu means 8 standing together in Tuvaluan. This is because only 8 of the islands were populated pre-European contact. This map was likely created in the year 1500. And it's the earliest known representation of the New World, and the first depiction of the equator on a nautical chart. The map is attributed to the Castilian navigator and cartographer Juan de la Casa. Greece and Turkey have what's being called earthquake diplomacy. After both countries were hit with successive earthquakes in the summer of 1999, the countries agreed to help each other in the case of an earthquake, no matter how bad their relations are.
Oh, wow.
Hawaii is in the
Love
tropics, where the length of day and temperature is generally warm throughout the year, but at its highest elevations, an occasional blizzard can occur. The United States' largest state of Alaska is bigger than the next 3 largest states combined, Texas, California, and Montana.
It is
An
huge.
estimated 300 trillion invasive mussels blanket Lake Michigan, but it's down from its peak of 480 trillion nearly 20 years ago.
What?
The Puerto Rico Trench, located on the periphery of the Caribbean Sea, is the deepest in the Atlantic. The trench is 800 kilometers long and has a maximum depth of 8,376 meters,
That makes me cringe so much.
or 5.2 miles. This point is, of course, the single deepest point in the Atlantic Ocean. It's commonly referred to as the Milwaukee Deep. According to NASA, beneath the Puerto Rico Trench is a mass so dense that it's caused the location to be the biggest gravity anomaly on Earth, meaning that because of its location, there should be less gravity, but something is creating a greater pull. This has also been known to have a negative effect on the accuracy of navigational instruments. 48.5% of people on the island nation of Mauritius are Hindu, making it the only country in Africa where Hinduism is the most followed religion.
Is Mauritius? But it's like far away. It's like not in. Wait, Mauritius. It's not in on the land, is it? It's like, oh no, it is East Africa. Oh no, yeah, it's like an island off Africa. How far off? Oh, so it's off Madagascar. Reunion Islands, Mauritius. I just find it's like it's like in the middle. It's not in the middle of nowhere, but Madagascar. Like, what's the capital here? I guess this place here. I don't know, man. But Mauritius is so small, just in the middle of nowhere. Is Reunion the same religion there? I guess not. It's just people happened to come here, and then that's just what happened there. What's this island here? French Antarctic islands. The French, they like, isn't the Reunion Islands French as well? God damn. I'm getting too into geography now, but it's fascinating.
In 2017, Saudi Arabia accidentally published a school textbook with the Star Wars character Yoda seen photoshopped next to the late King Faisal as he signed the UN Charter in 1945.
What the fuck?
Saudi Arabia's education
1945? When was Star Wars created? Sorry, when was Star Wars? Did it say 1945? When was 1980? Okay, he's probably just got that wrong now. I'm confused.
Minister publicly apologized for the mistake. The Appalachian Mountains on the eastern side of the United States, the Ouachita Mountains in Arkansas and Oklahoma, and the Little Atlas Mountains of Morocco all used to be part of the same mountain range, the Central Pangean Mountains, on the supercontinent of Pangaea.
How did they know
This
that?
mountain range began forming around 340 million years ago and had reached its greatest elevation at around 295 million years ago. At its greatest elevation, it was around the same height as today's Himalayas.
Damn.
Bangladesh is a flood-prone country due to being situated on the Ganges Delta and the many distributaries flowing into the Bay of Bengal. Many chicken farmers have had enough and are changing to raising ducks because if their farms flood, the ducks will float. Between 15 and 13,000 years ago,
in that
farms
country.
flood, the ducks will float. Between 15 and 13,000 years ago, there was a lake that existed periodically in what is today western Montana called Lake Missoula. The lake measured around 3,000 square miles and contained about 500 cubic miles of water. The lake was the result of an ice dam. The ice dam would occasionally break, sending water through the glacial Lake Columbia and causing catastrophic floods in what is today Washington, Idaho, and Oregon. It's believed that this occurred around 40 times. El Dorado is named on many 16th and 17th century maps, but often as the name Manoa. 2 million people, which was nearly 1/3 of the Russian population, died of starvation from 1601 to 1603 due to a volcanic eruption. The
Jeez.
volcanic ash obscured the sun, destroying the crops. That volcano was located in Peru. The Danube passes
What
through
the
the
hell?
most countries in the world, crossing 10 countries.
Goes right through here. It starts in Germany.
Germany, Austria, Slovakia, Hungary,
Oh, no, it doesn't start in Germany. I guess it starts here and then comes because it will start from the ocean.
Croatia, Serbia, Romania, Bulgaria, Moldova, and Ukraine. China created its first national park in 1982. The park is best
Look at that. Is this an avatar? This is one of the craziest things I've ever seen.
known for its 3,000 vertical pillars, standing hundreds of feet tall.
This might be the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
One of these pillars, which stretches 3,544 feet into the air, was named the Southern Sky Column. But in 2010, the name was changed to Avatar Hallelujah Mountain,
Okay.
after the highest grossing film of all time, Avatar, used the pillar as inspiration for the floating Hallelujah Mountains of Pandora.
That is
The purpose of the name
incredible.
change was to bring more tourists into the
Look at this, man. How has this even happened?
national park. Ironically, the Chinese government actually banned Avatar, but not before it was in theaters for 2 weeks and had become the highest grossing film of all time in China. The national park is also home to the world's longest glass bridge. The largest alluvial fan in the world is located in China, specifically the Taklamakan Desert. The alluvial fan is 56.6 kilometers wide and 61.3 kilometers long, with parts of the fan actively flowing with water from the Mulka River. Lake Nyas in Cameroon is considered the deadliest lake in the world. On August 21st, 1986, this lake literally exploded, sending a water over 300 feet into the air. But more deadly than the water was the gas it sent over the surrounding area. Over 1.2 cubic kilometers of CO2 was released in roughly 20 seconds. This massive wave sadly suffocated 1,746 people in just one night. The world's largest cave is located in Vietnam and was only discovered in 1991. Its name translates to Mountain River Cave. The cave's roof collapsed on one portion, allowing enough light to come in for a rainforest to form. And that's all for this video. Thank you to all my Patreon and
I do enjoy these videos, man. It's just such random facts. I wonder how Eswatini enforces that law. Is there like an air traffic control for witches? Isn't witchcraft just a crazy thing in certain parts in Africa? I don't know where. Maybe I don't know what countries, but take it very seriously there. Because I guess it's quite a big part of not the culture, but part of certain things that I don't know, to be honest. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this reaction. And if you want more reactions like this, let me know in the comments. And yeah, until next time, like, subscribe.